Hi everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel. So, I hope everybody is doing well today and staying safe. So, do you guys want to talk about some yarn? I know you do. I do. We all do. That's our craft. It's what we do, right? We use yarn and then we talk about it. We like to talk about it. So, I do want to say that I do have a tutorial for this hat. It's called my Breakthrough Beanie. You'll be able to find that on my YouTube channel. And I think I have about over 150 other hats. I like to make hats. I do. That Afghan back there was a gift to me by someone who watches me. Very, very, very special. Nice gift. Now that is a square Afghan, so I'm not really good at displaying square Afghans on a chair, so it's actually not showing its beauty. That is the Phoenix blanket made by the designer Hooked on Sunshine. It's a paid for pattern. I believe you can find it on Reverly underneath her name. Or on our website, Hooked on Sunshine, and it's the Phoenix. It's stunning. I had some people ask me if I could make a tutorial for it. No, I do not. I cannot make a tutorial for someone else's designs. I wouldn't want to do that. For one, I do my own designs, and two, I couldn't read a pattern, even if I wanted to. I wouldn't be able to read that pattern. But maybe one day I'll create something nice and elaborate like that. But for now, yes, you can find that beautiful pattern on Malberry. Hooked on Sunshine is the designer's name. And to the person who made it for me, thank you very much. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's very much my colors. I just wish I could display it better and show it off better. All right. Oh, and those flowers back there, I have to tell you about those. Aren't those pretty? You can't see them. They're beautiful. They got roses and everything in them. Roses are my favorite. Those are a gift from my brother. I think because I'm the best little sister ever. That has to be why. They came to my house, not yesterday, but the day before. A flower truck brought them. And I thought they were from my husband. And I opened it up, and they were from my brother, one of my brothers. Because I'm the best little sister in the world. That has to be it, right? Anyways, let's get on with the yarn. Okay, so today I'm going to show you some yarn I got at the Wool Warehouse. If you don't know anything about the Wool Warehouse, it's located in the UK, and it is my second favorite place to buy yarn from that is outside of the United States. I mean, speaking outside of the United States, that's my second favorite place to buy yarn from. So I got some cool stuff. They had some stuff on sale. So I'll go ahead and show you. So if you go to their site, they got a lot of yarn. Cool, you know, a lot of nice yarn. It's set up in pounds, so you can they have a little thing up at the corner to set it up in different, you know, Canadian dollars or US dollars. So I converted the pounds to US dollars, so I'm going to be talking about US dollars. Now I always pay for express shipping, so it gets to me in like 2 days, usually 3 at the most. But yes, it's very fast. I don't know how fast it is if you pay regular shipping. I've never done that. But yeah, let's look at it and see. Okay, so not long ago, the Wool Warehouse came out with their own brand of yarn. And it's called Yarn Smiths. So I think this was the first, this right here one was the first one that they came out with, this the basic, 4-way acrylic yarn. And then I noticed they added some more, since the last time I was there, they added some more to their brand. So I thought I would try them out. Plus I had some other things on sale. There's not like tons here, but you know how Bagoday can talk your head off. This red makes my hat look orange, doesn't it? Now I feel like it doesn't match. I guess it does. I have an orange stripe. It does, it does, it does. All right. So this is Yarn Smith's Create Aon Weight yarn. So an Aon weight is in, you know, for everybody, you know, like in the States and stuff, we would say like 4-weight. A lot of times an Aon weight is a little bit thicker than a 4 though. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't, but there we go. Oh, I thought there was something on my hand. It's not. It's on my phone screen. So there we go. I think that's nice. Nice, you know, it's a nice 4. This is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 195 meters, or 210 yards, 100% acrylic. You can wash it and you can dry it. Both. The color is scarlet red. Ah, Bagoday loves a good red, especially a blood red. Making my hat look so orange. I really thought this hat was red until I put this up to it. But this is nice. Okay, let's see. It feels pretty good for you know. I would consider this to be a value acrylic. It cost $2.13 US. They have all the colors you could think of under the rainbow. Bagoday get blood red. So I don't think that's a bad price. And the way it feels, it's a nice 4-weight. It feels fine. Yeah. I definitely would wear a scarf out of it. What would I compare that to? I like Premier Basic a lot. It's probably my favorite value acrylic in the States. I'd compare it to that. So that says a lot right there. I like that. That's nice. And what did I say? 210 yards for... I marked it off. Oh, 213. Not bad, not bad. I like it. I like it. Probably get that again. Next time, you know, I'm on the over that way in the UK. No, next time I buy from them, I'll probably buy some of that. More than that. That's pretty nice. Okay, so then I noticed they added some more new things to their Yarn Smith collection, you know. So Bagoday's got to try it out. I didn't get all of it because, you know, some of it, I don't know why I didn't get it all. I guess I could have got it all and showed you, but I didn't. I got some of it though. So this is Yarn Smith's Play Chunky. Looks pretty familiar to many yarns that I have seen before. Smells clean. Wool Warehouse, they always ship in those organza bags. That's nice. So the Play Chunky. Let's look to see how much this one. Okay. This is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 185 meters, 202 yards, 100% acrylic. And you can put it in the washer and dry it as well. Oh, color number 1G001. Nice. So this chunky would be a bulky 5 for us. So let's see how the bulky 5 looks. Oh, nice bulky. I like that. Not a bad bulky. How about that? I think that's a good bulky. Some bulkies nowadays get a little thin on us. I always consider Scarfy to be a pretty thin bulky by Lion Brand Scarfy. This is just fine. Bulky 5 or chunky weight, whatever you want to call it. Nice. So this feels fine too. Did I even tell you the fiber? Yeah, 100% acrylic. It is $4.25 a ball US. I like that. That's pretty. Now I do think it's soft, and you can see that it's self-striping. I got the rainbow, you know, just that's why I wore rainbow, because I had this rainbow yarn. I actually thought I had something else rainbow, but I didn't. There was only this one, so That's okay. You can see it's self-striping. The stripes don't appear like they're going to be extremely long. I don't really know. How does it feel? It feels fine. I think that it feels soft. You know, it's definitely a scarfable yarn, but I think this one is still softer than this one. But other than that, it's still a fine yarn. I like that. Yarn Smith Play Chunky. All right, so and then they have this, which looked in the picture to be very familiar to a yarn that I know very well. This is called Yarn Smith Pebble Haze Prince DK. All right. Can you guys see what I thought that looked like? What does that look like? Don't that look like a can? I think it's the Blossom Cake. Yeah, it is. It is. It's the same thing. It's the same yarn. It's just a little bit smaller of a cake than the Caron is. But yeah, I've noticed this around quite a bit. So this is, they're saying it's a DK. Now this is a blown yarn. Now I think that if that's a DK, that'd be a very nice DK. There you go. So blown yarn, if you don't know what that is, it's where it's like this hollow mesh tube. Blown yarns often get mistaken for a chain spun, but it's like a hollow mesh tube, usually white or black in color. I think that's more of a 4 than a 3 if you ask me. Only if you ask, though. But you guys decide on your own. Yeah, it's a hollow mesh tube, generally black or white in color, and the fibers are blown through the tube. And then it always has fibers that come out of the mesh holes to give it a little bit of a fuzzy appearance, depending on how much fiber they blow. And you know, more fuzziness can come out. It depends on how they want the yarn to look like. This is nice. Yeah, so this is the same thing as Caron Blossom Cakes. It's just a smaller roll of it. I don't know if they consider those a DK or not, though, Caron. I can't remember. I think I only bought the Caron Blossom Cakes once. All right, so the reason why I like blown yarns a lot, but the reason why I don't like the busyness of this. I'm not a fan of variegated or busy yarns. You know, I'm more of a solid or an ombre type of person, or a self-striping that I can color control. But yeah, it's still very, very pretty. It's just very, very busy. It's 150 grams, 5.25 ounces, 435 meters, 476 yards. Well, that's a little bigger than I thought, actually. A second. Okay. I take it back. I looked it up. Caron Blossom Cake is actually, they are the same size. This is 476 yards, and the Caron Blossom Cake is 480, and their fiber content is the same. It looks a lot smaller, though, to me. I think maybe it's spun. I mean, just wrapped tighter. They do classify Caron Blossom Cakes as a 4-weight, though. That's what I would say this one is, too. Yeah, but it's the same yarn. Different color. They had different colors, you know, in it. But yeah, if you like the Blossom Cake, you would like that. And the Pebble Haze is $6, which is over half the price of a Caron cake at Michael's. Crazy. Not really. I've seen Michael's. Today's 3/7/2024. Not to go off on a tangent, but you know Bagoday does that. That's pretty. It's pretty here. Color number 2D010. Just kind of busy. You know Bagoday goes off on tangents. I got Michael's had sent an email, you know, on your mailing list. They got like 40% off everything on their site, like everything that's not on sale, you know, 40% off non-sale items. I'm like, I can't believe that. It's usually just 40% off one item. So I started looking at yarn, and I'm like, man, their yarn's so expensive. Even at 40% off, I don't feel like I'm getting a good deal. I really didn't. I mean, maybe a few things was okay, but they had like jumbo Karen or no, jumbo red hearts for like $13.99. I'm like, a jumbo roll of red heart for $13.99 at Michael's. That was at Michael's. That wasn't a reseller online. You know how Michael's is full of resellers now? That was Michael's. And I'm like, 40% off of that, I can still go to Walmart and get that cheaper, even at their 40% off price. But some of their stuff was worth it, you know, for the 40% off. So if you guys are watching today, like I said, 3/7/2024, Michael's does have 40% off of all their regular priced, almost everything. Well, their yarn was anyways. And so anyways, I'm back. Yeah, this was, what did I say? $6, which is, even at 40% off at Michael's, it's still cheaper. Michael's, you outrageous. Yeah, but I did get a couple new items from there. They had a couple new yarns I wanted to try, so, you know how it goes. All right, now, that yarn that I just showed you there, I seen that they had it. This is more my style. In solid. This is more my style. So this one's called a Pebble Haze Prince DK, which, like I said, I don't know why they're calling that a DK. That's like a 4-weight if you ask me. And then this one is the yarn Smith Pebble Haze DK, because it's solid. It's not, all variegated up. And again, it's the exact same. It's a blown yarn as well. Now this one looks like it could be a little bit thinner. Maybe not. What do you think? I don't know. I guess I said we could bust out the ruler and do the wraps per inch test. Whatever you guys say it is, it is. I'm calling that a light 4. I like it that it's solid. That's nice. Because I like blown yarns a lot. I use, a lot of yarns are blown. Some people don't because of the fuzziness of it, but that's pretty, isn't it? Well, let's read about it. 50 grams, 1.75 ounces, 145 meters, 159 yards. Yeah, that would make it a 3-weight. A 3-weight. It would make it a 3-weight. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just a lighter weight yarn. Anyways. Cool wash. Tumble dry. 67 cotton. 30 acrylic. And 145 meters. 159 yards. So this was... Pebble Haze. What's going on with me today? Oh, $2.40 a ball. $2.40. Oh yeah, I did get something else rainbow. How could I forget? That's why I decked out myself in rainbow. Dum dum dum. These are all the same. Red, orange. You're probably like, where's your rainbow? It's on my sleeves. I was gonna wear one for my rainbow hat, but it was dirty. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And every time I do a rainbow, but I like to mix it with black. I don't know why, but I do. Black and rainbow are my favorite. Whenever it comes to rainbow, I always like to pair it with black. It's my favorite. I like that black too. It's got the wash look to it because it's blown looking. Or because it's a blown yarn. It's not a heavy blown either. So these are all the same. It's my rainbow design that I'm gonna make. I can't tell you what it is. But in case I don't do a vid on it. But I probably will. Or I'll give this yarn to my neighbor. Probably not though. because I like the rainbow and black. All right, so that was $2.40 a ball. Let me move on. Some videos not so dang long. Okay. Oh, they have this one. I've had a few people ask me about this one. This is called Yarnsmith Elvis Double Knit. So double knit is a DK, otherwise known as a lightweight number 3. You guys know what that is, don't you? You know what that is. That's Lion Brand mandala. To us, this is a mandala. Well, actually, it's like every yarn company in the whole world has their own mandala. These were around before Lion Brand took them and called them mandala. They just made them popular by doing that. They were still around. Yeah. I like the color. Now, when I looked at the colors of this Elvis yarn by Yarnsmiths here, I seen that they had some of the colors were that of mandalas, you know, and some of them are different. This one I couldn't match up to a mandala off the top of my head. Do you guys? I think that maybe it's not a mandala color, but I could be wrong. It's a very, very pretty color, but I tried to think, because I used to have and collect all the mandalas. They had them all, every variety of them and every color. And I just couldn't match this to one. At first I thought it was brownie, but I realized that it's not that one, because I found that one elsewhere and it's not the same, because that one's discontinued. So I think maybe this is a color that is Yarnsmith's color. It's not a mandala. I like it though. It's really pretty. So I like the caramel in it, and then we go off to this. This is brown here. Taupe, I guess, light taupe. And we fade away to oranges and yellows. All Bagoday colors. That's pretty. That's pretty. I like that. So it's got all the specs of a mandala too. 150 grams, 5.3 ounces, 540 meters, 590 yards, 100% acrylic. Lightweight number 3. Wash and dry. And you know it's going to be, if it's like mandala, it's going to be one of those thin 3s. Hey. Yeah. That's mandala weight yarn. That's pretty. I like that. Now, you guys, how much is this? Elvis at $6 a cake. Let me know if that's about in line with what a mandala cost at my Walmart. Let me know if you've ever seen a Lion Brand mandala in this color. I don't think I have. I love it. I think it's just their brand. It's just one of their colors. It's beautiful. Love that. Love it a lot. All right. I think it's pretty anyways. But, you know, I like those browns. Okay. Is that all? No. It's not all. It's not all. It's not all. Okay. This was another one by Yarnsmiths called Daydream and White. Okay. It looks pretty familiar to some yarns that I've, come across from time to time. So I like the color of it, the pinks and the, raspberry colors in it. I'm not a big fan of the white strand that's running through it though. That kind of isn't really my style. But I still think it's pretty. And it feels fine. This is color number 1C006. Alright. It's 70 acrylic and 30 cotton, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 225 meters, 246 yards. And they're saying that's an Aon weight, huh? Alright, let's check it out. 4-weight. I would say they would be correct in saying that. But yeah, I'm not a fan of that white string up in there. I'm not. I do think, though, the colors are very pretty. These are one of those yarns you dig around and you just find new colors. The Daydream is That can't be right. $3.25 a ball. I don't think that's a bad price at all, actually. Nice. Yeah. Not a bad price. They got a lot of pretty colors. Oh, the stuff's on sale right now. That's 40% off. Well, that's why. Yeah, it's a good deal. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next one here. Yeah, I think all their yarn, their stuff might be on sale right now. And this is Yarnsmith Free Spiriteron. This is $5.63 US. And it is 100 gram ball. Yeah, 3.5 ounces, 185 meters, 202 yards, 100% acrylic. All right, let's look at it. They say that's a 4 weight. I probably would have classified that as a 5 or a chunky weight, but still, whatever you say, it is. I think it's pretty. It's soft. It's softer than the last one, but they're both soft. The colors, again, a little busy for me, but not too bad. You know, you dig around, you find all sorts of stuff in one of these. Kind of like, yeah, I like that one. That's nice. It's pretty. All right, that's all the Yarnsmith. I just got a couple more here, and then I'll be gone. I will be gone. That one we did, and we did all those. All right. Okay, so that was all the Wool Warehouse brand that I got. And then I got, let's see. I'm sure maybe you guys have seen these before. This is Stylecraft, from Stylecraft. Batik Swirl. Yeah, it's pretty. It's got that nice wash look to it. They have a lot of pretty colors. The one I wanted was rainbow, and it was sold out. But I think this one's really pretty. It kind of reminds me of a flower, or maybe, yeah, or watermelon. I don't know, but it's pretty. And it's soft. Okay, why don't we read about it? Oh, poppy field. Well, what do you know? What do you know? It's pretty. 100% premium acrylic and 20% wool. 550 meters, 601 yards. You can wash it and dry it. And this is a DK, huh? I haven't had this stuff in a long time. There's their DK. I think that's a nice DK. I like this stuff. It's easy to color control. It does have long stripes in it, as you can see. They're pretty long. I can't remember if they fade away into each color, if the stripes fade to one another. I don't think they do. I think they just start and stop, you know, which is good, because then like I said, easier for me to color control. So I like this yarn. It was $12.49. Isn't a bad price for it. Whenever I looked around, it seemed to be one of the cheaper prices for that. Like it. Unless someone had it on sale, I guess. Nice. And then I got, this was on sale in the clearance bin. I've had this before. This is from Stylecraft Dreamcatcher. Now this was $6.21. Pretty. So we got a roving style. See that? Self-striping roving. Ah, I love all them reds and pinks. Beautiful. We got, well, that's a really dark purple, I guess. And a nice dark blood red. And pink. And then red, purple. Yeah. That's pretty. I like that a lot. I like the colors in it. And it's soft. And like I said, it's a 1-ply roving. So, and they're saying that's a DK weight. Let's look at it. You know, roving is It's crazy sometimes with their weights, thick to thin, thick to thin. Like this one is gonna do that, it looks like it. But usually it should level out to a 3 weight. This is a pretty thin 3. But yeah, it's not really leveling out. Yeah, that's on the lighter side of a 3, I would say. It's so very pretty. It's very soft. I like that. Oh, look at that. That's made with this color. That's beautiful, isn't it? I know that's probably knitted. Yes. 2-ball project. 2 balls. 90% premium acrylic, 10% wool, 3 weight, approximately 435 meters, 476 yards. You can wash it and you can dry it. Nice. Color is called Cheyenne. Very nice, very pretty, very soft, very squishy, very lightweight. But I love the roving style. It's my favorite. And I love the color. It's very pretty. And then I got it in this color too as well. Ooh. Not normally a color Bagoday would get, but you know what? It's just kind of grabbed me in. Those blues, those are pretty. If you look here, it's a little bit of bluish green in there. Yeah. Dark navy, you know, my favorite. And then it's like bluish green and light blue. That's a pretty one too. And this is called Ocean Deep. Got a lot of pretty colors. Like I said, it's on clearance too, so got those. Then I got this, which I've made a few things out of this, I do believe, before. This is Hayfield Bonus Aon Tweed. I've wanted this color for a long time, but it was always sold out. And then I seen that it was available, so I got it. If I remember right, yeah, Butterscotch is the name. It is 20% wool, I think 80% acrylic, I do believe. And it says machine washable. But don't dry. Well, I don't know why you wouldn't want to dry it, but whatever. Whatever. That's what they say. That's what they say. 400 grams. 840 meters, 920 yards up in here. 920 yards. Nice. 74 acrylic, 20 wool, 6 viscose. Yeah, Hayfield. It's made by Sidar. Nice. So I love the pretty color, and I like the flex in it. What I thought, that's a lot of yardage. These are $14.99 US. Yeah, that's nice. It smells good. You can smell the wool in it, but it's fine. Like, oh, Aon White. Look at the full weight. It's just fine. I like it. I like it. So I thought that this would make a pretty blanket, so I got it in this white because to border it. But I may not make a blanket because I might do something else with it and still border whatever I make with it with this white. Maybe. Or maybe I'll just use this and make a top out of it, like a cardigan or something. I think it's really pretty. And then give this to my neighbor if I don't use it. Yes, she would love that. Alright. And then I got one more that yarn they had on, I think it was on sale. I'm not sure. Alright, it wasn't on sale. It wasn't on sale, but it's still not a bad price for as pretty as it is. So this is made by King Cole. It's King Cole Curiosity. I've used it many times. I like it. It is DK, so lightweight number 3, but it's roving style. It's really not too thin of a DK. So this was $6.21 US. Well, look at that beautiful color on that one. I actually got a few colors of this, but let me read you the specs about it. How about that? It's 150 grams, 100% premium acrylic, 480 meters or 524 yards. Machine wash and dry. Okay. Alright, so it's a single ply roving, and they classified it as a DK. So there you go. Like I said, I didn't think that it was too thin of a 3-weight, but then again, I'm sure there's going to be spots that it goes thinner in because of the roving. But yeah, it's not bad. Like I said, I've used it many times before. It's very pretty. And as you can see, the striping effect is easy to color control if you like to color control. I know some of you are like, color control is such a waste. No, it's not a waste. Just buy the colors you want in solids. Well, of course I would do that. If they made this in solid, why wouldn't I do that? But they don't. And I want to use this yarn. Therefore, and I can't have breaks in my project. Therefore, I color control it. It's very pretty, isn't it? This one's called Water Lily. Oh, these are, what did I say? $6.99. Yeah, that's good. That's a good price. There's lots of yardage in it. 524. I don't think it's bad. It feels good too. I did find a dupe for this though on ice. I remember. But I don't think they have the pretty colors. The same pretty colors that King Cole has. King Cole's got some really pretty colors. Alright, I looked at ice. Ice does have some of the same colors. and some pretty ones too. They both have very pretty colors. Some the same and some different. Anyways, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, it's the same yarn. On ice, exactly. I remember when I did that video of doing some of Ice Yarn's dupes, and I started with their kicks. I couldn't for the life of me figure this one out for a while, and then it just dawned on me. I'm like, of course that's what it is. I've used this curiosity so many times. I don't know how it didn't dawn on me. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. This is a Water Lily color. Very pretty. Ice Yarns does not have this color. Okay. Ooh, this one's pretty. Look at this one. Ooh, this one's cold. This is the same stuff. This is Malberry. Isn't that pretty? Easy to color control. That is gorgeous. Gosh, it smells so good. I just don't have that one either. But they do have another rainbow that's very pretty. It's dark. Oh. You're going to be like, why did you get all these? Why? Why? And this one, beautiful. I don't know why I got that one. That's not generally my colors, but I just liked it. I just liked it. A Victorian plum. That's probably why I got it, because of the name. I'm all about the Victorian stuff. Although I'm not really seeing... The only thing I'm seeing in the Victorian is that pink. Very pretty though. I still think it's very, very beautiful. And then this one is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Very pretty. Very earthy. Very Bagoday colors. Camouflage. I might not even color control that. That's nice. I always love King Cole Curiosity. I only got 2 more and then I'm gone. 2 more, then I'm gone. And this one's really pretty too. I don't ever remember seeing this one. Cinnamon. Ooh, cinnamon. That is pretty. You know, just feeling this and looking at it, it's making me want. I have Ice Yarns right. The dupe to this is their Galaxy Cakes. I'm on ice. Looking at it right now is making me want to go there and get the colors they have. They actually only have one color. Well, that I got here. That, this one. Unless they have this one. This is the last one I got. Sunset. Yeah. Beautiful. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Man, I don't know. That is soft. What would I make with this stuff? Well, I'm not gonna keep it all. I'll just probably pick one favorite. Sheesh. That's gonna be hard. I might have to pick 2 faves of the King Cole Curiosity. This one's really pretty. I like that one a lot. I love that. It does look a little big Victorian up in there. It'd be cool though if it went out to brown. That'd be pretty. Oh my gosh, Ice has one that does that. Oh, well, actually, it starts at brown and goes out at pink. Yep. I'm going to have to get that. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm sorry if I was boring today and not my chipper self. I apologize. I will be better. I'll be better next time. But thanks for watching. I hope that you still had fun. Yeah, well, Warehouse had some good deals. They, you know, they had some sales going on and whatnot. So I took advantage, and I wanted to check out all their new Yarnsmith yarns here. I like them all, except for this one. I mean, I like it. I just don't. It's way too much for me. It's gonna go into my neighbor. All right. I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye, guys.